Adam, obviously a frustrating performance today after what we saw last week. I mean, where did you think the game was kind of lost from your perspective?
Through the midfield. It was frustrating, yeah, but I was more disappointed with our lack of work. You know, we got outworked through the midfield. Their mids I thought were outstanding tonight, each of them. Their ruck was outstanding. I thought their contest-to-contest work rate was strong. They hit the scoreboard, they racked up possessions, they supported contest. That's where the game was won.
During the week, you even mentioned that you felt your midfield group had lowered their colours even though you got the win against Geelong. I mean, were you hoping for some sort of response as well from that, and definitely didn't see that today?
Yeah, I thought against Geelong we competed far better than what we did tonight, and so I was quite disappointed with that. You know, we looked flat. We looked like we didn't have run. That happens at times. You know, we'll move on quickly. We'll focus on Carlton pretty quickly. Down at Marvel, big game. We'll look forward to that.
Centre clearance numbers were dramatic. Like, how did that get away from you so badly?
Well, it's a bit the same. Their loose ball hunt was far better than ours. -15 first possession, -7 clearance, 5 shots to, 1 or 2 we have. You know, centre bounce has been a little bit concerning over the course of the season. So, you know, we poured a little bit of focus into that during the week. And I thought from a starting position it was fine. Their ability to get after it was better than ours. Their ability to fight through tackle was better than ours. Yeah.
You've touched on a number of points there, but the ball movement seemed to be a lot flatter than it usually is when we come here and watch the Giants.
Not much went right tonight, did it?
So,
Didn't get centre bounce, didn't defend, didn't work, couldn't move the ball. I thought after quarter time our ball use was better. Certainly the first quarter was, maybe the first half was, you know, we went to contest far too much. We didn't really move. We just looked flat. In all aspects of the game, we looked flat. So we hope that that's a one-week thing and we move on pretty quickly and it won't look like that next week. That's our challenge, to make sure that it's a one-week thing. And so we'll rethink what we're doing there. We'll look at our training program. It's been a pretty heavy stint away from home. First game back, you kind of think, hey, we're going to be up and about a bit. But you know, even watching our VFL today, we're a little bit flat in the VFL too. And so you kind of think, well, maybe it's caught up with us, a bit of travel. Maybe there's something in the program that we need to have a bit of a closer look at to freshen our guys up a bit, or I don't know. So we'll work the next 2 days to have a bit of a look at that and come up with a solution.
Any red flags at the moment?
In terms of what?
Anything that you instantly go, this might have been a problem, this might be the reason they're flat?
No. I think it just happens every now and then. It happens. You know, probably every team has had a game in the first 10 weeks of the season a bit like that, our game tonight. Our challenge is to not make it a pattern. And I don't think it has been. You know, even our losses this year, I think we've been playing quite well. We've had a patch of the game where the opposition have strung together some scores, and we haven't managed that aspect of the game. But all in all, we've been playing quite well. Tonight, we didn't. Tonight, it would kind of a little bit reminiscent of round 10 last year, to be fair.
Are you a bit worried that we're seeing all of these trends repeating itself, like the Geelong win, and then like I think you compared to that Bulldogs game that was here last year as well, where it was just a little bit flat, that it's the same sort of passages every year that you
I'm not concerned because I know how it ends.
Yeah.
So long as it ends the same way.
Sounding a bit like Ange there.
Yeah. Obviously you continue to work through that the season, trying to make sure that you plug gaps or you tidy up things that aren't quite working. You know, we've got a couple of things. I felt like we've managed to do that across the course of the season. We've poured our focus into areas of the game that we need to improve on, and there's always something that we need to improve on, and that doesn't matter if we were 10-0 or 0-10. There'd be things to work on. So that's what we do. You know, we've got a couple of areas of our game right now that we need to work on, but I'm not worried as such. If our lack of work rate against the opposition is imbalanced in future games like it was tonight, then there will be concern.
How is Finn? Are you concerned about that sort of?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I haven't spoken to our medicos. Apparently, I think he's going for a scan tomorrow. He played out the game, but in a fair bit of pain. So fingers crossed that's okay, but I won't know anything until late tomorrow night, probably.
Have you spoken to Finn?
Yeah. Yeah, he said it was a bit of pain, but I mean, he's pretty tough. He's pretty resilient. He plays through a little bit. So, you know, hopefully there's not a lot of damage.
And Toby McMullen was at substitute
Yeah.
at half time. Is that something that you are concerned about?
Yeah, again, I haven't spoken to the medicos, but it was an adductor. We've subbed him, so I presume adductors usually aren't too bad. I would suspect, I'd be throwing a number at you. I've told you all week for some of the other boys and they're still out, so don't believe anything I say.
There was a little bit of an incident with Toby Green that some people thought it was a bit of a trip. I don't know if you saw it or if you got anything that you felt like.
That Toby was tripped?
Toby looked like he tripped one of the Fremantle players.
I didn't see it.
And with Finn, do you know if he was surprised by the contact from Patrick Ross when he hurt his shoulder? Because he'd come up, you know.
It was after the siren, wasn't it? Yeah. And he was running back with the flight, so I haven't spoken to him about the actual incident. Yeah.
Did you have a view on it then, having seen it?
In terms of what? Voss?
Just that it came a little bit late after the siren had already sounded and...
Oh no, it didn't look anything towards the incident that I noticed anyway. I only watched it live. I haven't watched it back.